Death Stranding is just around the corner and most of us still don't know what the hell it's about. Like seriously, there's a baby Cocoon and some famous people. Conan O'Brien is an otter hologram or something. Anyway, not to worry folks, we got you covered. Strap in your Norman Reeduses and your funky fetuses. This is Predicting Death Stranding in 3-ish minutes. Let's begin. So there's this scientist, ex-military, Mads Mikkelsen. His name is Cliff. He's hot. Anyway, he's experimenting on unborn babies trying to access this other world. Maybe it's got abundant energy, maybe it's the secret to eternal life. Mad scientist is tinkering with this baby that, due to being between life and death, can see the other side. He's got it in a special container that helps keep it alive outside of the womb. What is that fluid? Pee? Jello? Which reminds me, this game has a peeing mechanic, so you can finally write your name in the sand, ladies. Enjoy it. Then something goes horribly wrong and he accidentally merges our world with the other world and everything goes to poop. The accident leaves Cliff as the reluctant big bad, channeling energy from the other world through him as this crazy goop military commander. Also, he lights his own cigarette using burning detritus. They don't even have vapes in this cruel dark world. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Sam Porter Bridges, formerly Sam Strand, but who knows what that even means, friends and or siblings with President Bridget's daughter Amelie, knows the Death Stranding well. He somehow survives the event. Weird, he does get these cool handprints and stuff. Definitely better than a normal tattoo. Also, his belly button might be missing. Seems like those who die fully in the Death Stranding become monsters of its world, whereas those that manage to avoid it find themselves ripped apart, some aspects of themselves still on the beach. Fast forward to the future where the continental US is in shambles after the otherworldly monsters have destroyed it. The terrain is rocky and wet, and creatures, called BTs, float above looking for more victims. Sam is called upon by the dying president who wishes to reinstate the US under a new name, the United Cities of America. Seems like a step down, but okay. Amelie was on a mission to try and reconnect the people left alive using the chiral network and the organization Bridges. Hint, chirality is a form of asymmetry where molecules look similar but don't necessarily match up. Also, it's Greek for hand. Hands, coming together but not able to fully touch. Taste that symbolism. Part of Amelie is stuck in the Death Stranding, while the rest of her stays in the real world unaging. Neat! She was unable to finish her mission and was captured by some #bad dudes. Amelie asks Sam to help her. Sam says no, but then he says yes. Also, Tommy Earl Jenkins is there as a kind of Secretary of State. Security guard? He's wearing a cool skull mask, so we like it. Guillermo del Toro gives Sam his very own bridge baby, which allows him to see into the other world and avoid threats. His new job to continue the mission to connect the cities of America on the chiral network and bring peace. He's got to use the Cupid to connect the terminals and bring them into the network. Sadly, the Cupid is not an adorable baby with wings. It's a bunch of metal rods with spooky math formulas written on them. Also, it seems like everyone who's been touched by the Death Stranding cries a lot. Something about rapidly aging. Look, if I was living in the post-apocalyptic world where everyone aged really fast and was also maybe dead, I'd cry a lot too. It's my post-apocalypse, and I'll cry if I want to. There's a city on the Pacific coast, Edge Knot City, where some terrorists live and keep Amelie captive. They call themselves homo demons, which is definitely spooky, but even spookier is how they use the same tech as Bridges does to do their dirty work. Seems like they purposefully summon BTs to the real world and create giant craters in an event called a void out. So much terminology, so little time! Why is this game so freaking confusing? Amelie is being held in Edge Knot City as an insurance policy so the demons can keep being spooky and something for you to fight in-game. On his adventures, Sam meets a cool goth lady who seems to really like him, a mom whose baby got death stranded but not her, a guy whose heart stops every 21 minutes and allows him to dive into the other world in search of answers, and Conan O'Brien? Seriously, what is going on in this game? Is it a movie? Is it like a multi-genre art piece? Is it just Kojima's long love letter to Norman Reedus? Knowing full well this is a Kojima game, we've got a few different endings in sight. Ending 1! Sam successfully connects all terminals across the continent and reaches Edge Knot City. Amelie probably sacrifices herself to save Sam during the final battle, and he and his bridge baby get to live a new and happy life with the reinstated United Cities of America. He names the baby Bridget. Get it? Do you get it? Because do you get Bridges? Do you get ending 2? Sam doesn't manage to connect all the terminals and is forced to fight the terrorists to the death, rescuing Amelie from her immortal prison but dying himself in the process. His BB perishes and everyone is sad. Ending 3! It turns out Sam is a member of the Homo Demons, the real good guys, but he has amnesia and is being used by an uncaring government for their own selfish needs. He learns that only he can take down the president by pretending not to know the horrible truth, and then he fights older versions of himself for 4 hours. And that's our predictions for Death Stranding. Do you have bigger and better theories? What would you name your bridge baby? Tell us about them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.